Hey, welcome back to Campervan Culture. Now, we're known for doing a pretty damn good canvas here at our company. The reason we make them is because everything else that we've tried in the past just doesn't fit. So we made our own fits correctly canvas. So there's a lot of canvas swaps we're doing, mainly come from the same company where people have been using some other place because that's all that was available for ages. They just don't fit. And they're pretty rubbish, so I'm going to step in and do a proper job. I mean, you can see how short a lot of the other ones are because they just pull out from the side all the time, as well as not being that great. All the mosquito net stuff's really crappy quality, gets holes in it pretty quick, so we're gonna take care of that. So where it's been bloody fixed at the bottom and pulled in because it's too tight, it's so tight it's just shredded all the top there with the tension, so this was never going to fit. Same up there. It's like pulled all the screws out. Junk. Right, we're going to start off by removing the mattress there. So we've got access to the side bits down there. And then we're going to remove these screws along this bottom rail. Remember guys, the rail goes on the inside. You'd be surprised, even professional companies that we've seen, we've had people bring canvases in and they've put the rail on the outside and that just leaked in the van and ruined it. You don't want to take it there, do you? Here we are in the rear corner. Look at that for a bloody fit, look. This is why we've developed our own canvas. That's a nice little line-up, isn't it? Oh dear. So just a few minutes into this job, I've already found like problems. Look at the gap underneath that hindge section. And there's no gap. So that's gonna need looking at. So you'll see on this side, there's a bolt there that goes in the side to hold that hinge and one at the top. The other side here, whoever's been at this before didn't put the bolt back, so it's gonna need looking at. Yeah, looking at this now, I think they've made that shorter because it's the only way they can get this canvas that was too small to fit where that's shredding that side. Obviously that's the correct way. The reason I know is because there's no hole drilled above that, so obviously if that was in the wrong place there'd be a hole. There'd be a hole up there. You get me? So on the roof now, we pulled it down. That's the bolt that was missing. Gonna take them off and then that'll undo the H section, and then we'll lift the roof up, prop it up, and then undo the hinges at the back and then remove the roof. That other side's definitely had some weird plate on there that's not original. So let's undo this side here. With the H-bar now disconnected, we're just going to prop up the front of the roof and I'll show you how we get to the hinges. Before you lift the roof actually, just get the cable tie and just cable tie the H-bar down like that so it doesn't spring up. And that's that. Now to get to the hinge, there's a little technique we use. We get a longer bolt than the one that's going to come out of there, and then we just thread that in with loads sticking out the top, and what happens is that stops the roof from skidding back when we take out the other bolts, and it allows access so we can lift up the back, but you'll see what I mean. Pretty close. With that out, you just put that in, just do it a few turns, tighten it down a bit, just so it's sticking out the top like that. Leave it like that and do the other side. Okay, with that done, just loosen that back one up a little bit, and then you'll see as you undo that one, this will start to lift. Just go real slowly. And that screw, that bolt there, you can see that'll stop it from slipping back. At this point, just pack this back out a little bit. Just with anything you got lying around, we just use this cardboard tube. And the back one just a little bit. And then when you go on the middle one, same again this side, you'll see that starting to raise up a bit. Then undo the back one, like before. And with that done, you take that bolt out, and you can see though that longer bolt that we put in just stops the roof from sliding back. So the next thing, we need to pull down the front of the roof where we put the prop in, and then that lifts the back, and then we just undo that bolt that's there. And then after that, the roof will come off. With that done and the back propped up, you can see now you can get to your oversized bolt there, and then you can just take it out, and then that means that everything's been removed safely and you haven't damaged your van. And there we go, just the other side to do. So now you just need a friend to help you remove the roof. And Isaac's just going to put a little bit of cardboard up there for a little added protection for when we flip this roof over and put it on the trestles. Isaac's unscrewing the tack strip, you'll see, and the reason being that tack strip should be stapled in, but whoever's fitted this last canvas has had to screw it in because of the bad fit, no doubt. But get that out, we're going to staple this one in properly like the factory install would have been. We have to take this off anyway because you can't get to the tack strip with it in place. Right, having removed the canvas now, we can see what we've got. You can see it's pretty grotty. Tons of mould on there. I think what we'll do, we'll go a little bit above and beyond on this job. We'll get it outside. We're going to jet wash all this, get rid of the mould best we can with some cleaner, and the customer will then be able to use the roof without breathing in all those spores, and keep on top of it now that the canvas isn't leaking. And a little bit extra for free that we're going to do, but I think it's going to make all the difference. Well, that was worth doing. Come up like new. Right, ready for one of our new deluxe canvases. Get this fitted nicely, and we're going to be complementing it with an ARB awning as well, so this colour is going to match pretty well when it's finished. So let's crack on. So we removed the old one. You see where the tack strip was screwed in. Probably why they've done it is because a normal conventional stapler just isn't strong enough to get through any tack strips. You really need a compressor fed stapler, like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around, staple on the tack strip on the top, get the canvas in place, but you start off just pinning all four corners. Right, start off by putting the tack strip there. It presses up against the roof so you can't see any of this once it's installed. Right, all the tack strips all stapled on, so we're going to just tape this roof canvas to the roof temporarily while we flip it over and then just offer it back up to the van. Right, there's the roof back on. Now we're just going to lift the back of the roof like we did before so we can fasten the roof hinge. With the front now lifted up a little bit, we can now do the other two bolts both sides. So this is on the inside. We've propped the front up there just so we can get the bottom rail on. I removed the bed part because there was a bit there that was weird on the other part that I want to repair properly. And I've removed the H bar in the end because one bit was a shot in the other. I want to investigate that before I put it back. But for now I'm just going to get the canvas rails back in, just because that's the tricky job. Start the front here, then the back, then the two sides. So I'm going to give you a little tip to get in these corners because they are tricky using the factory screws. What we do with the three I've done that side already. The three screws in that corner is actually use a longer screw. and we use the ones with like a hex head, and then one of these bits here. Let's see, focus. And then you can just put a 10mm ratchet span around there, and they're actually really easy to do if you do that. So you get your 10mm spanner, pop that in the hex head, and make sure it's obviously in there. It takes a second just to locate it. But once it's in, it's kind of like locks in place, and you can push that back, and then you just kind of tighten that up like that, and you can really get it to come down on there and get it in really well. Do this one as well. That's one way, a little cheat of getting roof canvases in, because that is a thing that really puts people off trying it themselves, because they can never get that little factory screw in. But this way, it's really easy. Right, so all the rail is now screwed back on, all the way around. All that lines up at the back where it should. All down there. Tricky corners done. Put back the H frame that I took out. And I repaired the bed where there was a screw missing and it was a bit bent. But yeah, it's I think you'll agree that's a pretty damn good fit. These sides here obviously zip down and out. The front does as well. The mosquito net actually zips out the front as well. On the side it's just the curtain, and then you can see there's some snaps there. So what'll happen, I'll do with one hand, but that rolls up like that, and then you just snap that together, and then there's one there as well. So there's your curtains. So yeah, now it's just a case of get the mattress back in and have a tidy up. Gonna put an awning on, get some pictures before that goes on. One of our ARB awnings for the late base. Should match pretty nice.